but it's not true, and this is not this, and this is not that. They're even to the point that they're pushing movies showing you the society that we're moving towards, or the things that they're intending to do in the coming future. Got it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, and verse 3. It says, "And I will give thee the treasures of darkness."
To the understanding that the Lord is giving us, right? The scripture talks about is not given to them that understand the parables, but it's actually given that to you to understand the mysteries of the kingdom. You know, I just talking about the words elect, right? It's prophets. I'm still talking about how the secrets are given, give secrets into the servants of prophets. Right?
It says, "And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places."
Locked out the seals that was still once long ago. Yahawashi came upon the scene right that route. It was like 24, 44. That's like we speak about that Luke 24 and 44. Yeah, unlock their minds to the understanding of the scriptures. You know?
It says that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, which called thee by thy name, am the power of Israel.
Call thee by thy name, right? YAHWAH, right? Comes to the power. Right? But calling the elect, right? First and foremost, the 144,000, the first fruit, right? To come out and what? Prophesy the downfall that is kingdom, man.
On that time. This is Luke 24, verse 44. It says, "And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me."
All things must be fulfilled. All right, because you got Christians today that speak about you only got to go about the ways of the New Testament. But the Lord said, "What? Below I come in the volume of the book. Below is written to me to talk about the whole book." All right, because the prophets of old spoke about Yahawashi, spoke about the destruction, are the same as well as the New Testament. Right? The same message has just been brought out throughout time.
Right. I got a precept for you there. I'm going to read. So this is Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. And it reads, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries."
Captivities. I have captivities. I have the Babylonian captivity, the Syrian captivity, the Persian. We moved in all these captivities. Right? The Lord sent for his prophets, which we are to select a little sanctuary to prophesy against these countries, against these captivities.
Yep. It says, "And against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence."
Great kingdoms. Right? We prophesied this is one of the greatest kingdoms that was to stand upon the earth. Right? America, Babylon the Great. All right, along with the partakers, we prophesied against every nation, man. To start against Edomites. That's 35.
May I add, BAHASHAM? Because in Isaiah, the 13th chapter, in Isaiah, the 13th chapter, it talks about that burden coming to this high mountain, right? So about the burden that Isaiah, son of Amos, did see, which was prophecy, coming to Babylon. But it's talking about that high mountain. This is that high mountain. All right, this is that government that's been exalted over all lands, nations, and masses that have set up a government. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse 1. It says, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see." All right, so Isaiah, what did he see? He's seeing the downfall of this place, man. Hence, Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Okay, so hence this chapter, Isaiah, the 13th chapter. So he's seeing the downfall, all right, the prophecy, which would be a burden unto America, which is modern day Babylon. Because guess what? Go ahead. It says, "Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain." Right, and this is that banner. This is an example of lifting up the high banner. But hey, we got the elders camp down the street. Another brothers camp down there. Brothers lifting up that high banner. Our apostles and elders in New York, they still lifting up that high banner after 30 plus years. So the truth is being spread out here, but guess what? It's being spread here in America, man. That high mountain.
It's true, like scripture say this word will be preached throughout the four corners of the earth, then the end shall come. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're seeing. This word is going out through the four corners of the earth. And now what you're seeing, like the scripture will be opened up with 6 and 9. And the end is being made manifest. Got it?
It says, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Got to call gates of the nobles are the tower of we coming out the highways and byways are preaching the understanding of the Holy Scriptures. I be lifting up it says exalt the banner. So like we're lifting up the banner, which is the scriptures. All right, and now these elites are they getting in tune. All right, they're watching, and now that's them getting acquainted. All right, now we're taking the hands of these elites, man. All right.
Hey, and what's written in these scriptures, man? The downfall of Esau, Edom, the downfall of America, the downfall of Babylon the Great, right? Also known as Sodom and Gomorrah, also known as spiritual Egypt, right? That's what's written in these scriptures, man. Verse 3, it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger.
Sanctified are the messages that's going to come out and all right, this word talk about that's silent. So the doctrine. Notice how the clear for the word and legend. So the doctrine ain't roughly paraphrased, but understand how the clear his word is accurate. Meaning 100%, right? The elect is going to speak are the true words of the Lord. Why? Because it say in 1 John, the 2:20, that the Holy, they know all things. Right? And that's why they come out. Well, we're able to come out and speak the word of the Lord. Lord willing, we be part of that number, man.
Read on, it says, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Also talking about the angels, also through the bidding. I don't know if that's I believe that's a Psalm 3:20. We're talking about how the angels the work of the Lord. All right, because they have a work on it on the earth to what govern the minds of the kings. All right, and also the elect. All right, now remove the omnipotency of the Lord, man. All right, to govern the earth. All right, that's all I'm saying.
In Psalms chapter 103 and verse 20, bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word.
Right. Listening, trembling, holding, steadfast to everything that the Lord said to declare upon the earth. Down to the left hand angels, like Satan was commanded to give the charge over Job, all right, to do his bidding. All right, so you got to the right hand angels, all right, going calling upon the elect, all right, coming upon the elect and guiding their minds, holding their foot, making sure they don't sleep, all right, to keep them going forth in the will of the Lord. All right, I got Isaiah 13.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 4. It reads, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the...
Salaki, did you read verse 3?
God.
No, don't bring it back. Well done, Salaki.
Isaiah 13 and 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI of hosts, mustereth the host of the battle.
Tumultuous noise gathering these nations get together, planning the thoughts of against Babylon, man. The Lord is putting that evil thought. They speak about Ezekiel, the 39th chapter, the 38th or 39th chapter, putting that evil thought to the minds of these kings to come against Babylon. All right, that evil thought is to what? To destroy Babylon. That's what's prophesied. All right, everything's lining up to how the Lord want everything to declare, man. The Lord, what? Rule for the kingdom of men. All right, he gets charged upon the kings of the earth, man.
Verse 5. Want to Ezekiel? I'll bring it up. Ezekiel 38:10. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind." And
So things coming into our mind. It's a scripture of Job. When we talk about how not one too. That's a good one. But it precepts with this. It's likely for not anybody.
it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought."
Right, and ultimately that's what that the Lord's stirring up all these ancient, war spirits. All right, he's stirring up the spirit of the USSR. All right, these ancient, I'm not ancient, but these old minded Russian spirits. All right, this is the Carmanians. He's stirring them back up. You know, and ultimately, what is it's stirring up the spirit of war upon the earth. All right, you got wars with Russia and Ukraine. You got wars with Iran and Israel. Hamas. All right, these warlike spirits is getting stirred up. All right, because the evil thoughts is coming into the mind via the Lord, via the angels to the minds of these kings.
Can I add to you what? Because you mentioned the Carmanians, right? And those Carmanians, and that's the 15th chapter of Second Esdras. Can the brother grab that real quick? Those Carmanians are actually the Iranians, which they are very, very prominent right now in prophecy, man. Okay, you got that war right now between Syria and Israel because you got the Israelis against the so-called Arabs right now. With that war and that whole dilemma down there, man. Okay, and Syria is backed by Iran. Hezbollah is backed by Iran. Hamas was backed by Iran. All these different terrorists that Esau named terrorist groups, they all backed by Iran, man. All right, and Russia's tied in with that shit too. And those are superpowers right now, man. All right, that's going to event that's prophesied to come up against this place. So that's very prominent. And that's very information what the brother just said, man. That the Lord is gathering these nations to come upon this place, and then we seeing that happening now. All that conflict going on in Israel, man.
Want that? Yeah. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 28. It says, "Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east."
Right, and that's where all of this is going down, man. In the east, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, because that's where World War III is going to take place. So that's what the Lord is doing. He's gathering the nations. Okay.
Verse 29, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots."
Woo! So guess what? The Lord is going to put the spirit on these Arabs to multiply. So that means what? Other nations are going to join and side with them to come against this place, man. This big bad America, man.
Yeah, the chariots is his weapon in that verse. It's chariots, CHERETS. You got it up.
It says, "And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble."
Exactly. So all of these different groups, Hamas, Hezbollah, now they talking about ISIS is getting ready to come back. They talking about ISIS is getting ready to form and come back. And now America, they trying to take precaution against Biden. He spoke about it. He spoke out about it, about ISIS. They ready. They got several different ISIS, so-called ISIS territorial cities targeted, man. And Damascus is one of them. So with that being said, this is prophecy unfolding right before our eyes, man.
You got it. Verse 30, it says, "Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood." Genesis to talk about it's a wild man. All right, this is going to be all Iran. Was a mixture. No, that's Arab. Go back to the Hebrew Irad, which means mix. Because Ishmael had what, 12 or 14 kids? Yeah, he had 12. It was 12 tribes of Ishmael. 12 tribes. which all the tribes, the scripture talk about this to dwell among themselves. They are about to rally and get together, which now they have these missiles, all right, and other artillery to combat, all right, well, mainly America, because that's why the Lord put the spirit on all these other nations to really even grab, these missiles. At the end of the day, the Lord is what determines nations to gather the nations, all right, for war. All right, the whole end of the war is going to be what, to help missiles on Babylon.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them. Talk about joining battle with the Arabs, okay, the Ishmaelites.
Right.
Iraq. Because then what just happened over there? They just sent over like 100 drones over there, and then they no. I gotta grab the article real quick. Because it's stuff going on, man. And these prophecies that we're reading about, it's articles that's lining up with these prophecies. Real quick, Salakia, I gotta bring this article out real quick. All right, it says yep, Russia launches massive attack on Ukraine with 93 missiles and 200 drones. Now, even though that's Russia, that's a whole different nation. That's the Lord's going to use Russia as well to add it to the Carmanians, add it to the Arab. So what's going to happen? Esau's going to get ambushed, man, by a conglomerate of nations that's going to come against him, military as far as war is concerned and the military is concerned. So this devil, he's scrambling right now. He all over the place right now. So it's only a matter of time before he actually come down with great wrath, man. It's only a matter of time before the Lord actually put the spirit on this devil to make moves that's going to put him in a situation where he's going to have to, all his troops going to have to rally up in Western Asia, also known as the Middle East, man. You got it, huh?
Yeah, because Biden, they claiming had to have conquered the certain lands over there because they ran out the leader. I forgot what his name is.
Assad.
That's what ran to Moscow.
Yeah.
Assad. Yeah, Assad. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Assad.
And which that nigga, Israel totally depleted that nigga. Syria doesn't have no type of military defense. They don't have no type of military army right now, so they're very vulnerable, man. Okay, so that's why it only made sense for him to run to Moscow, run to Russia, man.
Yeah, because they allied together.
Exactly.
So like that's the point. You know what I'm saying? In that verse we just read, he said join with them. That's like you said, Russia, Iraq, Iran, all these Muslim countries. That's shit. They was even talking about Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Because Saudi Arabia is a part of Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the land. So that's another part of the Arab fucking conglomerate that's gonna that's being joined unto them, man. You know,
There's a lot going on, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I said, Biden, they claim to have fucking him and Netanyahu keep bringing this point out, bro. Because what up, man? Dealing with the land of Damascus, you know, Damascus is in the scriptures, and that's an important landmass because the Arabs, I believe, have that in their possession. So Israel is claiming to have dominance over that. They're claiming to like now be the ones that's taking over. So now we can come together with these Arab nations and be one. We can teach them our ways and so forth and so forth. They making statements like Israel should get rid of Amalek, stuff like that, man. And they putting the Arabs as Amalek.
That's why they just sent like hundreds of Israelis at Mount Hermon, man. So all it's going down, man. Next year it's definitely going down. Like even with the Ukraine situation, Ukraine is aided by America, but Ukraine is like north of Russia. So they in bad standards, right? They in a very dangerous place right now. You know what I'm saying? But the U.S. has to do what? They have to back Ukraine. Even, hey, I keep making mention of this, that the U.S. just set up a damn garrison in Poland. Poland is not that far from Russia.
Yeah.
It's literally like on the border.
And if I can add, bro, they going back to Israel, the least of the flock should draw them out. Israel is like the nigga said. He said, "We by any means." That's the words he used. And he said, "By any means will we defend the name of Israel." You know, for whatever reason, they feel like they got to keep attacking. You know what I'm saying? So that's keeping America in the loop. That's keeping America involved. Ukraine and Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's because what you have now, and then y'all got it back. NATO. They talking about NATO jets is scrambling because what you talking about when Russia just shot them 100 whatever missiles on Ukraine, they was talking about NATO jets is trying to scramble to come together and this, that, and the woo wop, the bam. You know what I'm saying? So that's bringing America. It's keeping America involved, which is also keeping NATO involved because they're allies. So once you attack, it's the pact that says what? Once you attack one, you attack them all. Out of Article 5. You know what I'm saying? You got it out.
I think at 38. The brother mentioned, Russia and Ukraine, with Russia, they back Iran. They mentioned how Iran is backing all the different groups that Israel is coming up against. So eventually Russia is going to have to back those groups as well. Sorry. But that's what Ezekiel 38 is talking about. You can definitely start right now.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, and verse 1. And the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Now, when you understand, the concept of the biblical maps, you will understand that Gog, okay, in which they dwelt within the land of Magog. Magog just means of Gog or from Gog.
God with God.
Yeah, so that landmass known today, that landmass will be known today as Russia. So when it says set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, let's talk about the so-called Russians.
Right. Then it also gives you, again, another clue lets you know it's talking about the Russians. It said the chief prince of Meshach, man. All right, so Russia is that chief prince. We get the Hebrew, the word Russia is RAWCHAA, chief or a head prince, man. And that's literally the lot he's been given. All right. Everybody fears Putin.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're right. But that nigga, God damn, man. That nigga Putin, they move when he move, man. You know, these Chinese and all these other niggas, these BRIC nations and whoever's, they move when he move, man. He don't want to go into the nations, establishing the councils and, the paperwork and the documents. All odds on Putin and all odds on America and Israel. Those are the three main things. And then you got everybody else, China and South Korea, North Korea, Iraq, and so forth and so forth.
He's not afraid of using that N-word, right? That nuclear word.
Mm-hmm.
He the only one that's talking about that N-word, man. Right? Everybody else trying to stay away from that word.
Right.
He throwing it out there because that's what he about. That's what the Lord is about. Fire. Right?
Shit, judgment. Shit.
Sit there and think about it, though. Just like he said, like the brother Porter earlier, he said, this box set all the time. When you read it in Ezekiel 38, I think it's 38 chapter, he said, you put hooks into their jaws. You know what I'm saying? So you got to realize the Lord is spearheading all this. You know what I'm saying? He used the Israel to draw everybody out, but Russia going to spearhead everything that's going to take place. Like the brother said, everybody going to move when Russia moves. And that's what you see happening. You got it.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 3, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
So even though we prophesy about Russia doing these things to America, the Lord is still against the Russians. The Lord is still against Vladimir Putin. And guess what? After he used them to destroy America, if Putin is still alive, okay, and whatever other elites in Russia, if they still alive, they ass gonna go into slavery because the Lord is still against them. He just using them for the sake of prophecy.
That's why all that ceasefire shit, that shit madness. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real tough. You know what I'm saying? All that ceasefire, you thinking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thinking they're gonna be able to stop this, or Donald Trump thinking he's gonna be able to get Putin to the table with all this ceasefire. Hell no.
Right.
That's why the Lord still got Biden in his seat, so he can goddamn finish out his mission behind. Now, what he's supposed to do? He's
Exactly.
stirring up turmoil.
Exactly. Because Trump is going to inherit what Biden.
That's right.
You know what Biden has. So how, depending on how it works, and what's this, December? So we still got a couple more weeks until it's January 5th is when he in office. 21st.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple more weeks until Trump is actually the face of America again. So until that, Biden is doing all type of shit, bro. He like, this nigga is mad. He's showing. Then you got Kamala showing her face again. She was in hiding, and she came back on the scene, and I forgot what the fuck she was doing. So all these niggas is trying to get the shit the pot rolling. Trump ain't. Oh, bro, it's like it. Trump just had an article. I mean, he just said something. He said, God damn, going along with this. What he say? He said something like, okay, it was related to his economy that he's trying to fix. He said, he's talking about the taxes on food. He said the taxes on food, he's going to take away the taxes on food or bring down the taxes on something. He said, but the thing after he said it's going to be, we're going to try to do this, but he said it's going to be difficult. So he got these plans that you know what I'm saying, these peace plans, but at the same time, they're going to be difficult. That's what we're trying to tell you. Nigga ain't just gonna come into office, you know, if you nigga from a carnal perspective, nigga come into office and then, you know, no, bro, he gonna come into office, he gonna have the inheritance of Biden, and it's gonna be something he cannot fix. He ain't gonna be able to play the savior like he's portraying to be, bro, because the prophecy is still going forward. Putin said, I like Trump, but that don't mean that because remember, the least of the flocks will draw him out. Everything and then look, everybody on Trump's campaign supports Israel. So if Israel's still doing this stupid shit, Trump ain't gonna have no choice but to actually be involved. So that's gonna be the friction between him and Putin. It ain't gonna be no sitting at the table and, hey, you my nigga, it ain't none of that, bro. His prophecy still gonna be pushed forward, bro.
That's the spirit. It's prophecy. But you gotta realize, just because we cool don't mean we ain't finna fight. You gotta realize, like, I'm gonna give you an analogy, right? The nigga Tank and the nigga they getting ready to fight, they grew up together. They grew up together.
Baltimore, yeah.
But they getting ready to fight. Nah, buddy from Washington. Tank from Baltimore, but they grew up together. Those DMV, that's close together. All that shit 30 and 45 minutes apart, 25 minutes apart, but they still finna fight. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with Putin and Donald Trump. Yeah, like we said, Biden's stirring up the pot, but he's finna inherit everything that Biden did. You ain't gonna be able to once the Lord put that spirit on Vladimir Putin to do what it is, that everything that he has to fulfill, it ain't gonna be nothing you can do to back him down. What the scripture say? There's a scripture that talk about who can drive away a hungry lion, roughly paraphrasing. So once it's on him, like shit, it ain't gonna be nothing you can do to talk him down. He gonna do what the Lord set him up to do.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, and verse 4. And I will turn thee back. Ezekiel 38:3, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Also, speaking of that, you said that's talking about cities in Russia. You said with Moscow and Tubal, Tabalas, which is the cities in Russia. Talking about that.
Verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed.
Right, so Salaki, it don't matter about the friendship. The Lord said, I'm gonna put hooks in your jaws. I'm putting the evil thought in your mind. I'm turning you back to that, linking up 2 Corinthians 15, the Carmanians remembering their nature. Putin going to that dominance of why NATO was created. NATO was created, yeah, right, to combat that USSR, the Soviet Union, just that dynamic of warlike spirit that they had, man.
Right.
That's what's going on here, bro.
Because when you go back to the arms race, and you go back to history, go back to fucking space race and all that shit. It was always competition between America, the US,
Right.
and Russia, the Soviet
Right.
Union.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever alliances that was with Russia.
Yep.
It was always NATO and the Soviet Union against each other. That's the whole reason NATO was formed, was to go against Russia.
Yeah, because they had dominance. They was dominant. So the NATO is a conglomerate of nations, of different people coming together, like a multitude of minds for war to combat this dominance. That's why it was created, man. It's the military aspect of the beast system. You know, NATO, you know. So they can't fuck with Russia, bro. And they know that. That's why they're trying to gather as many countries and land masses as they can, because they can't fuck with Russia, bro. Russia, bro, they leader, bro, is on the battlefield with them. Like Alexander the Freak was, bro. That's why he dominated how he was, bro. Them niggas, if your leader is out there, like YAHWASHI, our leader, YAHWASHI, he's coming to fight. He gonna be in the midst too. You know what I'm saying? He coming with the fathership and everything. That's what a true general do.
Right.
You don't see fucking Putin and Donald Trump on the battlefield, bro. You'll never see that.
Exactly. Even on that note, because Esau, he got a whole bunch of shit to worry about right now. Not only is these nations on your ass, these chariots on your ass, the Lord on your ass too, man. He been seeing these chariot sightings and he been losing his shit. Like you were saying with the UAPs and all that, he losing the shit right now. He got all these nations coming together on his ass, and he got the chariot sightings. He about to fucking lose it, man.
There's too much going on for this nigga to keep up with.
Bring that back, guys.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Verse 5.
Bring it back.
Verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Right, the Lord is going to turn the Russians back. I'm talking about Putin, or the Prince of the Meshach, to that ancient one by spirit of the USSR. To what? To combat against what? Babylon the Great, and also he's talking what? Guard to these other weaker nations. But now, like I said in Joel, man, look at weak, sound, strong. They've been aiding one another with high military grade missiles. It's going to combat America. Because America is so-called the hammer of the whole earth. But now, like it's saying back in Joel, are you become as weak as us? Meaning they have been leveled up to the same playing field of America being with that military might. Now, like brother was that Jeremiah 50 and 14 or 51 and 14, it says all the nations will gather themselves and set themselves array. All right, talking about all the ones that got all you that bent the bow. All right, that bow is going into the missiles, man. Talk about that Job, where it said that bow is steel to strike them through. All right, you got all these countries with all these supercontinental ballistic missiles and intercontinental. Yeah, get from one next. Right. But the scripture says that the boat should shoot from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth and not miss. All right, the Lord's spirit is going to be in the missiles because the Lord is what? A consuming fire. All right, he's going to be guiding these missiles. The scriptures talk about us say America's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. But that's how quick these missiles is going to shoot. All right, from when they press the button on that Save 1 to Save 2, and all these like-minded nations that's going to be gathering themselves against America, they hit the buttons. All right, like you were talking about before, the flame of fire, there's a garden of Eden before it's going to be a desert, man, a wasteland, man.
Yeah, that's no, go ahead.
This is what the Lord got coming to this place.
Like real quick, let's say the Lord's gonna put hooks in their jaws, right? Now you got this man Putin. He's the ruler right now. He's the ruler of Russia right now. Now, when you go back to the Soviet Union, you had a man named John Stalin, who was like a dictator, of the Soviet Union, and he was ruling during the height of it, man. And John Stalin, he was a dictator, but he was Stalin, but he was a dictator, and he had shit on lock, man. That's the point. He had shit on lock. He was very austere, and wasn't nobody really fucking with him, man. You know, brothers, do your own research on that man in that time period on your own. But that's the type of spirit the Lord gonna put Vladimir Putin in that John Stalin or Stalin spirit back in like the 1920s, 1924, around that time, man.
Yeah, and then my brother mentioned about the Satan 1, Satan 2. Once what's it? It's I forgot the word, but once it's triggered, it triggers all the other silos and different things to be shot. You know what I'm saying? Once one nuclear thing is triggered, they got a system in place which sets off the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Like a domino effect. That's why Putin all he got is a button. He carried a nuclear switch around everywhere he go. As soon as
nuclear backpack.
okay, the water, and that's when right, and he hit that joint, wow, and then it's gonna shoot off everything else. And that what I'm making is because once that's even no matter who shoots it off, it's gonna trigger other nuclear warheads around the world. They all just like simultaneously goes off, if you will. And the thing is, U.S. America don't have a defense system to stop that capability, man. That's why Trump was talking about this. We gonna strengthen our defense and strengthen our space force and all that shit, man. That's why he's talking like that, because they don't have a system in place that's strong enough or capable enough to combat these warheads from these different countries, man. Mainly Russia and its ally. You gotta talk. You wanted that Jeremiah?
It's the Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9. For lo, I will cause, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country.
Right. Assembly of great nations are ultimately going to be what? Russia and its allies, and then the countries that's going to turn from NATO are on to the US, man.
It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her.
Right, they're gonna set themselves in array. They're gonna get an agreement. Like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna nuke this, nuke Babylon. We're gonna nuke this bitch.
If I can add real quick, and one of the examples of the those nations being set against her is BRICS, man. Right? Those nations are against America economically, man. They're against the dollar.
So, it's causing the American dollar to collapse, cause dollarization, which is really the Donald Trump to terrorists in these other countries.
It says, from this she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
Right. Mighty expert man. All right, because while the Lord said he created the smith that blew up the coal, right, he put the science into the minds of these nuclear physics physicians, what are they called? All right, to build these missiles to be able to shoot from one continent to another, right, to build destroy states, right, at one time.
You got, like Apostle Tahar, he always make mention, all those missiles going to hit its mark, and it's going to hit its target because the Lord's Spirit is in those missiles, man. Right? That fire that those missiles is going to basically produce, the Lord's Spirit is in that fire. So the Lord, he's making sure that all those missiles, okay, are going to hit its exact target, man. All right, you got certain countries that have missile defense systems that if a missile is incoming in their territory, they can shoot a missile that's going to interrupt it. But no, that's not going to happen, man. And the Lord, every missile that's going to be shot off is going to hit its mark. It ain't going to be no other missile to interrupt that missile. It's not going to, no. The Lord, every missile is going to hit its mark. Just like it say in 2nd Ezra 16 chapter that go ahead.
That's why when I read in Jeremiah 50, the Lord said it's of a mighty expert man. Because we think of a mighty, and on top of that, expert archer, if you will, because the more strength you got, the farther that you can shoot the arrow. And when you were expert at that, that means you're gonna hit the bullseye every time. So that's how the Lord is likening unto when he put his spirit on those missiles. Because they coming from the Lord is the mighty. So that's why those arrows, which the prophets called them arrows, because the term missiles was around back in the ancient time. So as the Lord being that mighty expert man, he's so mighty that he gonna have those arrows come from one end of the earth up to the other, and they gonna hit their mark. But it's the 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 12. Well, verse 13 it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss."
All right, it says strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Ultimately, who's at the right hand of the Lord? YAHWASHI. And YAHWASHI, he's going to be the one, okay, that's going to come back in the midst of all of that take the place, man.
Science over, government decisions, blocking airstrikes or those. They plan to They're not the actual ones. So they like the test. Yeah, they got UFOs, UAPs, but ultimately the theories, because they're the ones really controlling everything. You know,
Right.
That's why they visit these different spots.
Exactly.
The chariots, they visit these different military bases. They visit these different embassies that are set up in these different spots. Why? Because they're going to actually take place and return back there to destroy the shit, man.
You read about that in the book of Maccabees when they saw that it's like the Lord when he sometimes he had a chariots and it's like they be having war games, you know. And you read about that in the book of Maccabees. They said that they prayed that these apparitions turned into good. They understood back then. Jake understood that when the chariots pop up on the scene, that means destruction about to come. The Lord about to send fire on somebody. It's the same thing now.
War games, that's raw. Because the war games, America, y'all look up war games, America never be winning. They don't be winning the war games. They're gonna send the simulations. America don't win the war games, bro. They be getting dismantled by Russia, China on the war games, man. You know, go ahead, all right.
2 Ezra 16 and 13, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss.
Right, because the Lord going to have Yahawashi in charge, man, of this war. Yahawashi is going to be the one in charge of this war. Yahawashi, he's the one in charge of the missiles, the ones who shoot the missiles and where they go. And when Yahawashi come back, all these armies that shoot missiles, they're gonna stop and fight Yahawashi and get dismantled by the Lord, according to 2 Ezra the 13th chapter. Oh, no, yes, sir.
It says, when they began to be shot into the ends of the world.
Like you was just saying, Yabakan, the stronger you are, the stronger you are, the stronger you can pull back the bow. The more you can pull back the bow, the further the arrow is going to travel. So Yahawashi being omnipotent, or Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi being omnipotent, okay, he's all powerful, all knowing. So that means those missiles is going to enter into one, going to be coming from one continent, enter out of this atmosphere, come back into the atmosphere, and when it comes back into the atmosphere, it's going to be in a whole different continent, man. That's why it's called intercontinental ballistic missiles, man.
That's why the scripture says, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Man.
this is 2 Ezra chapter 13.
The 2 Ezra chapter 13 and verse 31, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another.
Right. Times come before the Lord come back upon the earth. Right. He's going to be stirring up the spirit of Egypt, man. Right. He's about to really be messing up a lot of these things that have been created, for business, because there's been a whole difference, right? Vision, right? In society, right? You're gonna have militia groups, all right, clicking up together, all right, with these Proud Boys, also coming against what? Jakes, all right, other nations, all right, because what? Esau feel like he stands upon everybody, right? He wants problems. So they're going to come upon, mostly the other people that they feel like is the opposition. Because we really coming into them times to where shit is about to really get real. And we're gonna have really nations, clicking up, gathering amongst themselves, man.
Mm-hmm.
We already in that time. I got a quick precept. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3. I'm gonna read verse 1. I'm gonna jump down. It says, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And jumping down to verse 8, it says, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace.
Right now, it's a time of war. As we've been talking about with Russia, Ukraine, and then Iran and Israel, but even amongst this country right here, you're gonna have a civil war. There's gonna be a civil unrest. All right, you're literally about to have people going at it in society. Why? Because of the lack of things that's going on. You got everything is about to fail in Egypt, like it happened in the old ancient Egypt, man. Everything Esau, the spirit of the Lord is about to cause Egypt to fail, man.
Because in a time of war, it's inevitable for there to be division, because what, you're gonna have one side against another side. And right now we're in a time of war upon the planet Earth. So that's why, going back to 2nd Ezra 13, is our media is going into basically people being divided. 2nd Ezra 13 and 31, from the top, it says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
All right. So we spoke about people being against each other. All right, it's clicking up and all that, but you got to have one round against another, which is going to be what we were speaking about earlier with the Space Force, also with the other nations. They're going to gather together. All right, to what turn and fight against Yahawah outside and the angels, man. All right, but what? It's already written that they're going to lose. Horrible.
Yeah. If I can add, because you got that on the small level too, where you're starting to see a lot of spiritual activity, man. That's what's stirring up the bonds of the people. Is the angels, right? The spirits. You got war within the people, like in the South America. You know what I'm saying? Inside the countries and the states. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, we still got that. That still has to. That's a prophecy that still got to come to pass. Civil War. Jacob's trouble. That's a prophecy that still got to come to pass. That's a part of that war. That's the problem here.
Right, because political war and economic war, what does that do? It leads to war within the inner cities, man.
Yep.
It leads to war within the municipal, amongst the citizens. Because guess what? America then brought all these conglomerate nations here, and they got opinions and they got voices now. So now they can, those are my people down there, and this is not right, and we're going to protest, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and now Esau like, oh shit. Not only is it terrorists and Hamas and this, that, and the third out there on the east side, but now they out here. And they talk, because you had, when that whole Hamas shit was going on, you had people, and specifically right where we at, where this college at, you had motherfuckers that was rioting and protesting for them niggas, man. Why? Because they was of that lineage, man. And that's their people, but they just out here going to school for a better life, so to speak. But they're still tapped into what's going on back at their home state.
Oh.
So that's going to cause division within the people and the civilians that's here in America.
Oh yeah. One more thing. Prime example. I used to be a maintenance tech out there, BG, bro. And in the complex in which the condos where I stayed at, I worked at, and there was a lot of Arabs there. It was a lot of Arabs that stayed in them condos, and a lot of them didn't even go to the school. So, but a lot of them stayed in that condo, and the VG is like a small ass town, country town, a lot of lands. You can see the stars, and it's not a lot of city debris, so the sky is more clear. So it's like one of those towns. Long story short, them Arabs is true to what you saying, bro. Them Arabs, when you go in their house, I used to have to fix shit in their house, bro. They was tapped in to shit back in their homeland, bro. Like I'm talking about, like as if they was there. Shit, I'm saying, like I'm like, god damn, like it's a lot of shit that they was doing inside of there. I would have to go inside their house when they weren't there, and sometimes they wouldn't let me in there unless they was there. But either way, when you go into their house, that's what they do. They practice what they was taught. So with that being said, you got a lot of individuals that's children that grew up in America within the last 20 to 30 years. 10, 20, 30, whatever years that have been from these different countries, or their parents came directly from there and came here, raised them up in those customs, and kept the remembrance of how America came in, and they did this and they did that, you know what I'm saying? And so they installed it in their mind so that when these things now take place, when the war take place, you know what I'm saying? Now it all makes sense. Like these niggas, they just come out of nowhere. Like, so when did we see them coming? No, they didn't come out of nowhere. They already been here. They all over the fucking place. They your doctors. You know what I'm saying? Yo, motherfucking judges. Some of them work at the fucking Asian cafe. You know, these niggas these are sleeper cells, and these are bases, if you will, for these individual countries. That's why you got Asians here, Chinese, fucking Arabs, and so forth and so forth. These are just fucking bases. These storefronts are bases, bro.
Right. It's just hired as the dude that's gonna head the FBI now. The dude that they got them to head the FBI. If it wasn't Edomite, they got rid of him. They got this Arab dude that's about to head the FBI now.
Yeah, to a chat. What's his name? Something like that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, and verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahawah rideth upon a swift cloud.
Salaki, if I can add real quick, Salaki, because in Revelation 13, it talked about the burden, but it was talking about prophecy. It's talking about his word coming forth. I mean, Salaki, Isaiah 13 chapter, talk about the burden being prophecy. And that banner, this word coming out and this truth being preached. Now we in the 19th chapter, right? A couple verses forward. Now let's talk about the burden. We'll go, keep on.
It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahawah rideth upon a swift cloud.
Right. So the Lord riding upon a swift cloud, that's the burden. That swift cloud we already know is a chariot. So when and according to Matthew the 24th chapter, Yahushua coming back with an army of chariots, man. Yahushua gonna be on the father's ship according to 2nd Ezra 13. So we already know through other precepts what this is talking about. So the burden in Isaiah 13 led to this coming to pass. And that's what we're saying. This word, this gospel we're preaching is going to lead to Yahushua coming back and subduing these nations, man. And subduing Esau too. Him being the main heathen problem, heathenistic problem, man.
It says, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Esau got everything set up, saw crumbling, right? The spirit of through his prophets are overthrowing the mindset of Babylon. Everybody is looking towards the right way now, right? It's brought out that Bible sales are now increasing, right? Skyrocketing. Everybody is looking for the truth, right? The spirit of mercy is being put out right now, man. Everybody see how serious everything is leading to, right? Everybody can look at, right? See how serious the ship is about to be, where the shipping force, right? How serious that could be. Still, it could be because I remember you said it. They got to what, January or something like that to make a final decision. All right, so people really, and that's just that one thing. And then people are aware of MOTV. All right, you got Bible state Christians down south. They very aware. They been looking at the times. All right, like I was opening up with, the spirit had to go how it goes with that ATM. All right, which people are being aware that how it's being modified to be able to take payments is really just updated tech system. Right? But going back to Salakia, to the Isaiah 19, the Lord just is overthrowing the spirit of Babylon, the spirit of Egypt. Everybody is about to be a radical confused state of mind soon because everything is not about to be normal.
And you can see that like people not trusting in the Christian church no more, man. Right? But anyways,
because you gotta, in order to bring a new system in, you gotta have war. You gotta have a war in order to bring a new system in. That's all. Every time you see a new system, war took place. Even in America, whenever when the dollar changed, war was going on. War took place. So you got World War II, you got civil wars and different things. When those different things take place, new things coming to America. Money change, revolutions, politicians, laws. Esau make laws out of thin air. All these different things change when war is involved. Because Apostle Tahar uploaded a lesson, said Israel considering U.S. firm for biometric screening. So that's that. And the picture he got is chaos. The whole city is destroyed. So like this is an opportunity for him to bring that system in, man. And you think this nigga gonna waste it? No, bro. You got too much shit happening, bro. The Semitic was the foundation and the ground point for this prophecy to come to pass, bro. This war, when war touch America, that's the end result. That's the end result. But in the midst of all of this, like we said, Jacob's trouble, civil war, all that's going to be used in the spirit head. It's going to quicken and speed up. It's going to speed up. Yes, the agenda, the process, man. Go ahead, bring it back. Come on.
this is Isaiah 19 and 2. Salakia, finishing off the portion of 1. It says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Verse
The worship of everything that people worship today, right? All that's going to be cast down. Right? Ain't nobody about to be thinking about that. That's about to be moved out the way.
Because back in the ancient time, and even today, even though people don't really know, but every idol had their own doctrine, their own way of life, a certain mannerism that was attached to it. So when you serve that idol, you got to carry yourself in this manner. You got to wear this. You got to eat this and things like that. Well, that's the same mindset is upon the people today. They just don't recognize it. So when YAHWASHI return, they're gonna realize that whatever way of death, because really way of death, whatever way of death that they was following, it wasn't the way. That's why I said the heart of Egypt is gonna melt.
Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian.
We got the Russians against the Ukraine, and then also, we can speak on AHBANAWA, which is America, because they've been aiding Ukraine. Russia looked at America, they looked at the word like effective partnership, even though they over there connected with Ukraine as far as one continent, and by them aiding Ukraine. Russia was Putin is looking at America like, with them. You sitting? That's what I was just looking at too. When we was just speaking about Biden forwarding this war so Trump can inherit it. All right, so no matter what, every is gonna play out, man. But Biden sent 80,000 troops, to aid Ukraine, man. Which these are all Edomites at the end of the day. All right, so Lord set the Egyptian against Egyptian.
So that's mainly talking about the Edomites in America, because you got Russians, okay, in America. You got Ukrainians in America. You got these different countries, these different Edomite tribes, if you will, in America. So guess what? The same conflict and division that's happening across the pond overseas is going to take place in America. That's how the Egyptians going to be against the Egyptians.
All right, this place, once again, Esau let all these different nations come in this motherfucker all willy-nilly and shit, and they got rights, so to speak. They got opinions, they can do this, they can do that. You giving them money, they can do this, do it. You treat these motherfuckers better than the actual Americans. That's gonna cause some division of two. Like you were just saying, these different people, these other nations, they seeing what's going on in their hometown, they're like, oh, this shit all fucked up. But they still gotta stay here for whatever reason they came here for a better life, for school, for their family, whatever the fuck they came here for, man. Or to escape that shit, whatever, escape home. They still gotta stay here to be secured under Esau's banner, man. So they ain't gonna go back home until shit get bad here. But at the same time, they're gonna be divided with the shit that's going on here, because it's going against their culture and it's going against their people, man. So it's gonna cause division. Like you were saying, you got all different type of manner nations here. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention that you got different tribes of Edomites, but it looks like they're different nations. But they're not. They're the same nation, it's just different tribes, man.
That's why the place is called. I got it's Mark chapter 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
All right. At the end of the day, how can another devil try to condemn another devil that's wicked? Y'all all wicked and have the same agenda at the end of the day, y'all all have the same agenda that's contrary to prophecy. So that's why the Lord, when the Lord take out Esau, he's going to use Russia to do it. He's going to use other nations to do it. But that don't mean they're going to be up next in rulership. He's going to take their ass out too.
Say, why do the heathen rage?
I got another quick one. In Sirach 21 and 27, when the ungodly curseth Satan, he curseth his own soul. Because even though Putin exposed, he be speaking down on condemning America for the Mo agenda and things like that, he's still ungodly. He's still an Edomite at the end of the day. So he cursing his own soul, because here it is. This is the time for the Edomites to rule. So the fact that Edomites is coming up against Edomites just shows you that this kingdom is falling. As I just read in Mark the 3rd chapter, like YAHWASHI said.
Isaiah 19 and 2, it reads, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
The division takes place. They said, fight against their brother. I see them. Everybody's about to come against themselves. But when you watch that movie, Leave the World Behind, that's how that was the collapse of Babylon, but it was compared to one city. But through how they had it all set up, the whole city fell upon itself. They got to burn it, man. All right, that's what's gonna happen over here, man. Everybody turning on each other because why the say the love of me to wax cold.
Yeah, that's saying the GNT is say civil war right there. The Lord will store up civil war.
Look at all these different militia groups that's being formed. Look at all these different groups that's coming back. I made mention earlier about how now America up in fear about ISIS. I'm gonna try to keep it, ISIS and shit. Now America up in we gotta do this, we gotta do that, because they coming back. That was a big burden for America. When they was wreaking havoc over there and shit. You got the triple K's and shit. You got these big, and then who coming up against them? These big meathead ass Jakes taking up arms and we ain't going for that. We gonna march. Still in that marching spirit. You got them niggas being formed. You know what I'm saying? It's all different type of groups that's like, oh shit, we gotta come together and we gotta do something before we get attacked by this group or this group coming to attack us. Everybody's taking up arms right now, man.
The NAZI.
Yeah.
They marching.
The swastikas is coming out, all that shit, man.
Somebody paid a swastika downtown in Cleveland on a big Sherwin Williams headquarters building that they building right there down the street across the street. What's that? The Renaissance.
Yeah.
But the point being, that shows you that America is divided. Because there was a point where America was on one accord. You had the niggas, speak the tomahawks. Jake, they knew that they was fucking supposed to be serving Esau Edom. That's how they got the Stockholm syndrome. Okay, and you had the Edomites knew that Jake was supposed to be under them. Not everybody, like you said, they got their own opinions. Mainly Jakes, they got their own opinions, and it's to the point where they coming up against the agenda that these elites trying to stop.
Yeah, because on Halloween just passed, I don't know if y'all saw that video. Edomite, two Edomite chicks dressed up as KKK members, and a bunch of Keishas. They was about to jump them. A bunch of Jakes around them. It was like 50 Jakes on them two Edomites. And they was like, y'all take that shit off right now. They made them take that shit off. You know what I'm saying? They weren't going for that. But shit, previous Halloweens, you had niggas doing shit like that too. Niggas weren't saying shit. So like y'all saying, bro, this the time we in where the system is being broken. The minds is being detached from the I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, like it's being detached from it. So you're seeing that more and more. That's what's causing the friction. But Esau knew that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why he allowed the Lord had allowed it, but the internet, the free speech and stuff like that, that's what that's about. That allowed a nigga to self-examine himself. You know what I'm saying? Before that, he had the control over your mind. Look, man, even then he still do. He put the stuff on the media and everything, but niggas got the internet. They can go and research and go to books and different shit like that.
Alternative news.
Right, alternative news that now you got access to news over there in Iraq and Russia and that could come all the way over here. TikTok is not even in America, and that's why you're trying to ban it, because it's bringing up forth information that's contrary to the doctrine in which America pushes, man.
Right.
That's why they banned the RT.
But yeah, RT was a beast, man. I love RT.
Because you got these different foreigners, all right? You got these different foreigners that's scattered and that's witnessing what's going on. They're going on these different social media platforms and they're speaking out against this shit. They telling you what's going on. What's the mainstream media not telling you that shit? They not telling you that. So therefore, the people is gonna actually speak out. And they on TikTok, RT News, they was going in, expose a lot of shit. So of course, Esau, we gonna deem that as misinformation. Now this is going to be the war on misinformation. And who's gonna get thrown into that? The prophet's gonna get thrown into that, man.
That's what I was gonna say. They came out of hiding. The NAZI and the militia groups, groups like that. Because the one KKK dude said, he was like, what's the need to kill a nigga if he doing the work for us? So I don't got to go out there and do, burn crosses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You secretly see a Jake hanging from a tree in a random ass town. Now, what you see is them groups that's responsible coming out. The one nigga, bro, I just watched, it's crazy all you talking about this. I just watched the video yesterday. The one nigga with the tattoo, he had tattoos going down his neck, on his face. He had the red, it had the all red, the NAZI, niggas that marched in Columbus. They marched through a ish community. And them niggas was they was scared. They was having an uproar, and they was even using the N word. They was calling niggas niggas. Yeah. So the point is that the one nigga, everybody else had masks on. He didn't. He was like leading them, the bald head, the skinheads, got the glasses on with the tattoo coming down from his head to his neck and shit. Them niggas was tapped in, bro. They had a whole different spirit on them, bro. Like a spirit, like they've been waiting for this moment the whole time, bro. Yeah. And they was young. You could tell they was a younger generation. They was between like 25 and 40. So 25 and 30 something, you could tell, bro. But the point is that you could tell the spirit that was on them, bro. The spirit that was on them is the time we in right now. It ain't no fucking faking what they was doing, bro. They was serious about that shit. They was dead serious, like the brother said.
Even with Yahawash said, piggybacking on what both y'all saying about even in our city, downtown, a nigga just put you said on the Sherwin-Williams building. They're not even down building it. Exactly. Right. So what is that called? When somebody tagging shit, personal property,
yeah,
vandalism.
That's it.
You can go to jail for that shit, right? That's a serious offense. Niggas don't give a fuck no more about that, man. And that's prophecy. People not considering that they're kings and princes, the laws. They're not considering that shit. They're like, look, man, this is going down. This, third, and third. We need to come out and take arms. We see what's about to happen. Y'all not, the government not doing shit. Y'all. So we gonna take arms ourselves, and everybody's in that spirit. So therefore, everything is going to be, anything that's in the way is going to be totally destroyed. Anything that's in their way, they gonna show their dominance through that, man. Painting the signs and put on the signs, certain unlawful acts that you can get arrested for. They're not giving a fuck about that shit, man.
Right. Last point, we got the scripture. The prime example of that would be the dude who just unalived the CEO of the health of the United Healthcare. These niggas ain't even using masks no more. I'm talking about they doing assassination missions with their face being shown, bro. They just, bro. It's a whole bunch of articles coming out with these niggas, a gang of so-called gang affiliate groups of men, a group of people, unaliving these TikTokers and these different people around, bro. These niggas, and then they not showing, they not covering their face. So the darkness that was once hidden, that was being done on the earth, is now being done in broad daylight. That's the time we in right now. The realms colliding. When you see darkness happening at a high level in the daytime, that's how you know you're in trouble. Go ahead,
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 14 in the GNT. It says the world and the people in it are doomed.
And that's what Trump called us, the prophets of doom. You know what I'm saying? Doom is through the scriptures. Doom. That's what's coming to this place. Doom. You know, doom. Hey, go to the word doom real quick.
Because I remember just on some folly shit. You had you had Superman, and then you had an evil version of Superman, which was Doom. But the nigga Doom, he really wasn't evil for real.
Damn.
He was trying to execute. So like, go ahead.
That's fire though. Go ahead.
This is the etymology for the word doom,
because they paint the characters, the superheroes of Esau is supposed to be the superheroes, but they're really the bad guys. Sorry, Batman. Batman is really the bad guy. That's what the new Batman is about. It went into his history, how his father and all of them was corrupt. Yeah. Like that, them niggas is really corrupt. The Joker, I was watching the Joker the other day. Y'all gotta watch that shit. Crazy. I was watching the first one. You know the
first one is the more one that's in the spirit.
Yeah, that nigga, he the good guy though. We know that from Batman. What's the one? The Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
he was the one that was the good guy, and Batman's the bad guy. Man, go ahead, Art.
It's the etymology for the word doom. It says a law, statute, decree, administration of justice, judgment.
Right. We're the prophets, meaning we're the ones that spewing out or calling out or uttering a voice of judgment that's to come for the ones contrary to the right way, which is the way Yahawah Shai. That's why Trump called us the prophets of doom. Go ahead. So they want justice, judgment.
It says righteousness,
Right. Righteousness.
equity.
That's fairness. You know, if you take somebody out, your eye got to get took out.
Right.
Take somebody's life, your life got to get took out.
Balance. That's right.
Everybody wants justice for their own people. Everybody wants justice for their own heritage, right? Everybody's trying to declare fairness for their people. But who's good? How's that? The only way that's going to happen is when Yahawah come back and execute righteousness for him and his people, man. Then everything going to be set in order.
Right. Is it more on that? No, that was pretty. All right, read that again.
Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14 in the GNT, the world and the people in it are doomed.
Right. So judgment is coming for these individuals because they've been contrary. So the balance has to be applied. There's been too much wickedness and not enough righteousness. You know, that's not balanced. So therefore, and that's majority of the world. Only a elect, it's a small remnant that uphold the ways of life, the ways of righteousness. You know, so that the people are doomed. You know, they have no. Lord said you should not escape. You know, they don't have no. Go ahead.
Because if we living in times for people to pay for what they did to the Israelites, not only Israelites but to the Lord. Because like I said, if you contrary to the ways of righteousness, you contrary to Yahawah. Right. So when the Lord raising up these people that's living by the swastika, or they got the goddamn pillowcases on their head, and so on and so forth, these different militias and factions, it's all to help bring his judgment upon the planet Earth.
That's right.
Because when they gunning down you niggas, they gunning down you spicks. Even when they gunning down each other, it's exactly what whoever got gunned down deserves. So 2 Ezra 15 and 15 in the GNT, the war that will bring their destruction is very near.
Woo! The war that will bring their destruction is very near. You see? And that's what brothers been going into all day. The war that's about to bring their destruction, bro. The one who spearheaded is Yahawah. Brothers mentioned how Yahawah's spirit is going to be in the missiles and things, right? How the Lord is a consuming fire and so forth.
Right.
You know, that's who's controlling it. We talked about the chariots being over the military bases, and right, chariots is over us right now. Chariots is all over, bro, and they're controlling the minds of the people, man. The angels, whether he gets you to, you know, make judgment on this person, or he get you and you prosper. However it goes, the angels is controlling the minds of the people. We read that in Ezekiel 38 about the hook, the Lord bringing them back. You know, that's the spirit of the Lord.
Esau and America's going to get the ultimate destruction.
Right.
All right. What's the end result? The prophecy that America is going to be a desert laid waste with none inhabitants. Esau, Edom will serve 1,000 years of captivity, then he be exterminated. That's the end result, and that's his destruction. But it's starting with the prophets coming on the scene and the Lord gathering the nations against them.
It says nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. Whether it be his brothers be going this, whether it be these different armies at forming alliances and coming together, or whether it be within the soils of America, the different nations that have been melted together, as they call it, a melting pot. Whether it be these different nations arming themselves within America, because best believe when you go to the gun range, because you got Edomites and Jakes that carry testimonies and upload it on the internet of them going to the gun range and them seeing fucking so-called Chinese in there, the so-called Arabs in there, and so-called East Indians, because you got nations in America that's arming themselves, that's ready for what's about to come to pass, which is what? The Civil War.
That's right.
So it says the nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations.
Right.
There will be great political turmoil.
Right. That's why in certain states, in different countries, well, I know at least in Ohio, so that's still confirmation that it's open carry in Ohio. I'm talking about, that's why you got something called a young nigga or a YN, because the niggas in charge allowed the system to be in place where you can openly carry a sword, even if a police pull you over, as long as you got some type of whatever, you can it doesn't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's open carry, man. So that allowed the American citizens to arm themselves for the time to come. I'm talking about they ain't just got one, bro. These niggas they call it switches. I saw a video, a little nigga was in the car, he was recording the video, and they got pulled over. He was like, it said on the screen, damn, I got a switch on me, and my friends don't know. I didn't tell them, and they got pulled over because the cop smelled marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Well, they got pulled over, but when he came to the car, he smelled marijuana. So these little niggas is 12 years old, 10 years old with switches, bro. You know what I'm saying? So how much more niggas that's above them?
Well, that's prophecy.
You got more than one switch.
That's prophecy. The scripture saying how women shall bring forth mistress women shall bring forth monsters. These little niggas is monsters out. They gremlins, man. They ready to knock a nigga down for no fucking reason just so they could get a name here in the kingdom that's about to get destroyed, man. So that's prophecy, like y'all going into.
Yeah. Well,
niggas got switches with a motherfucker. It ain't enough just to unalive a motherfucker with a regular gun no more. You gotta advance and put a motherfucker switch on that bitch so you can unalive him faster than he unalive you.
Right,
and this is going on in the Israelite community, man.
Same shit they did, same shit that young nigga did to the police officer in Chicago. His partners was in the car with him, jumped out with the switch, pulled the trigger one time, hit the officer like more than 3 times and killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead, huh?
And that, go ahead.
I would say because the switch, for those that don't know, it's basically a modification that you put on the handgun. It turns it from a semi-automatic to where it only shoots one bullet every time you pull the trigger. Turns it from that to fully automatic. What the brother said, you can just press it, as they call it. You know, you press the trigger and then multiple bullets come out.
That's how you know they. Go ahead.
That's also when you got these young YNs, they can go up to the gun. They can order 3D printers to where you can 3D print your ass switch. Right? They got things called big time. Look at the both button. 3D print, 3D print. You know, guns, man.
Hey,
Right? They even gotta go to the gun stores. They literally get that USB drive from however they upload it and they put it to their 3D printer and they as long as they got the material, they print that shit.
Oh shit, a switch is supposed to be classified as military arsenal. So how the fuck that shit get into the civilians to a Jake get it a hand? How do a nigga get his hand on military arsenal? You have to give it to him, man.
That's what I was about to say. Go ahead.
No, that's what the elders was talking about in Chicago last week.
You gotta come over here too, cause the camera, video camera.
That's what the elders was talking about last week. The elders was talking about it. The elder Jeremiah and the elder Malcolm. That's what, because the elder Murray was like, shit, I done had my hands on plenty guns. He was like, shit, he remember they used to drop off crates in the neighborhoods, literally drop off the crates, and they would grab a gun. He said he literally saw that.
And that shit took place in Cleveland.
Right.
I would say because they would bring the weapons over on trains and they would stop the train in the hood. They know damn well Jake gonna hear about it, or fuck, either might somebody tell Jake, and what Jake gonna do? They gonna go to the train and take the guns and the ammo off the train. So how the fuck did they get it through Esau Edom? Because it's all a part of his agenda. Like you said earlier, if you could teach a nigga how to kill a nigga, why the fuck do you gotta kill a nigga? If the nigga killing the nigga, that's basically what the Edomites think, and that's what they have taught Jake to shoot.
Gun stores, state stores, it's on every corner, all that set up. You know, the masterminds how they want Jake to be in society. That's all out here. So once it's all together, you got gun stores and like somebody crates get dropped off or niggas in the trains. All right, it also mixed with what these state stores and also all this other bullshit. It's gonna what cause niggas to be niggas.
Yeah, bro, because that's how you know a nigga is in the mindset of his oppressor. Because not only do they get it, but they get, like you said, y'all, they modifying it. How the fuck Jake know how to modify a gun, bro? Like that is like who the fuck taught you that, bro? Like that no nigga, I told y'all the story when me and the Saquon, where our old job was. The one nigga talking about he was paintballing. Esau coming in there with modified paintball guns, bro. I'm talking about AKs, ARs, and different shit. Made them into paintball guns. That's a modification to a weapon. Esau does that. What the fuck you young niggas learn how to do that, bro? So showing you that they're in the mind that impress what you got.
Because we read in Genesis 25, it say Esau was a cunning hunter. You go into the word cunning, it's gonna say skill, experience, also known as professional. If you type in professional hunter on Google and you go to images, guess who's gonna pop up? A self-proclaimed white man. You're gonna have a whole camouflage getup. You're gonna have the fucking mask, and you're gonna have what? A fucking rifle with a scope.
Right.
Showing you that
right.
when you doing these modifications and taking up arms, you doing the behaviors, you carrying out the behaviors of an Edomite.
Right. They camouflage with the fucking environment and shit. They into that shit, man. And now we skillful at war too. We're mighty men and valor and all things and such. But Esau is known, that's what he's known as. You know what I'm saying? He's known as the chaotic man, the wild man. That's what his blessing is, the sword, bro. So you seeing Jake doing this shit, that's Esau is succeeding in their experiments. Go ahead, Art.
Something real quick.
Yeah.
The weaponry, all that's all. So, right here, it's 4:22. It says in Zillah, he also bear Tubal Cain. All right, Tubal Cain is going to name it. It's a traveling weapon.
That's right.
All right, it says an instructor of every artificer and brass and iron.
Bro, which is the spirit, because it show you what we was reading earlier. We was reading about Tubal and Meshach, the chief prince, right? Showing you like going into Russia, showing you that these motherfuckers manufacture all these different weapons. That's where the best weaponry come from, is Russia. You feel what I'm saying? That's what when America get weaponry, they get they shit from Russia. That's that trade, that's an exchange and shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say, "Let the weak say that I'm strong." They done made shit that far exceeds America's nuclear or weaponry. You know what I'm saying? So to speak, now in this time. Got it?
Yeah, because that you brought out the word traveling weapon. That's basically a mercenary. You know, a traveling weapon is a mercenary. That's what Esau do. He's known for sending hitmans, mercenaries, different shit like that, blackout missions and shit.
Yeah, they treated that. Now the Lord will put the spirit on them.
And all that. This is, all that. This is all kind of this off the body.
I don't know how long this shit is out.
It's the etymon for the word artificer. It says one who makes by art or skill.
Still the atom took fuel to project the missile from one end of the earth to another end of the earth, or even up to the thought to make these bullets fly out this pipe path. So this is how Esau thinks. He did it.
It says especially an inventor of devious artifices.
But speaking of the gun, that's how the fucking so-called Europeans was able to conquer the so-called Native Americans when they came over here, because they had the guns.
Right.
You had the muskets with the long. At the end of, I forgot what it's called, the knife that's on the end of it, bayonet. Right, but back then it was way more manual. When you had to load the musket, you had to put the actual the gunpowder. You had to put that shit in there, put the bullet in the motherfucker. You had to have the long stick to stuff the motherfucker in there, put it in the chamber. And then you had to cut the shit back, and it was a lot to it. So like shit. After that war was fought with that, then it was like shit. We can't fight that war like that again, man. We gotta advance next time. So it became an industrial revolution. So now you got the industrial revolution where now shit is about to get advanced. Weaponry is about to get advanced. Not only that, cars is about to get advanced. Technology is getting advanced.
That's the scripture. That's the scripture. The scripture said knowledge shall increase. So we literally watching knowledge increase in the earth.
Yeah, and that I got a video I meant to show you last time you mentioned about the Industrial Revolution. I saw it because bro, as soon as I got home, I saw the video on what you was talking about. This nigga, Edomite was talking about what you said, but basically, what you talking about what's the Great Depression you was talking about? You was talking about that, but it made me think of like these different things advanced because of Jake though. You know what I'm saying? Jake was getting their hands on a lot of these stuff, and they were starting to be involved in a lot of these different things. They was getting high seats behind closed doors and different shit, which advanced a lot of these weapons and a lot of these. They brought Jake scientists in. You know what I'm saying? Different ideas they got. That's why how you think the street light exists and all this shit you see. The cars you drive.
Go ahead. Yep. That's it.
Everything that propelled today's society really finished by Jake. Down to the first plane, the first part, Jake, did it. We saw basically what took it, because at that point in time, we were slaves.
Taking credit for it.
I gotta fix it real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood." And this is how war used to be fought back in the days, because the brothers is talking about how knowledge has increased, and part of that knowledge is, like the brothers were saying, that that weaponry, man. It says,
The brother was talking about how when it was the wars were being fought between the Northern Kingdom and Esau, they were using the muskets, and they were telling the priests, like the brother was about to out, they created a gap from there, which is basically the first machine gun, which was a crank system gun to where you had, and also the Lord had to his dad and their parts, they Lord had to put speed on them to miss. Even with that, that's how Esau was able to conquer over here, man. But with the advancement of the weapon, the Lord had to do what he did for the process. That's the point, bro.
finishing out, it says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." Just going into those ICBM nuclear weapons, man. All right.
Okay, it's war after war. They weaponry has become more and more advanced. So it's no longer going to be. It's no longer close range combat. Now they got long range weapons. Okay, at first it was the machine guns, then they went to the sniper rifles. Now fuck the sniper rifles, it's missiles now. And guess what? All nations got missiles. That's what's going to be used to fight this third war.
They go back to that word real quick. Yeah. All the parts. Yeah, all the parts. There's some more on that. It's just a little more.
It says, back into this etymology for the word artificer, it says the military sense of soldier mechanics. It says workmanship, the making of something by craft or skill.
Right, because go back, it says military what?
It says the military sense of soldier mechanics.
Military sense of soldier mechanic. So showing you that Esau is the artificer. He's the mercenary, like we said. He's the hitman. He's all these concepts come from him. He studies you and then attack you. You know what I'm saying? He hides and then he pounces.
Because in war, right? What if something breaks? What if something breaks down? What if something malfunctions? What if we're in the tank and the tank malfunctions? We need somebody who knows. Read that definition again. We need somebody who knows how to the operations of this tank, who knows how to fix this motherfucker, so we can go back to battle before we get smothered by the opposition.
It says the military sense of soldier mechanics.
Meaning to basically a maintenance man for the war.
When I had my last job, whatever, in Walmart, I met a dude like that. He was retired from the Navy or some shit. The ones that be on the water is the Navy SEAL, right? Yeah. He was retired from. Well, he was retired from that. He was with them for years. He said he was actually one of the ones that went over there in Iraq and they had to touch land. They got shot at. I forgot who the president was. Saddam Hussein. One of them niggas over there. But also, like to go what you saying, bro. He was one of them. He was in charge. He was telling me all this shit. I'm just like, why is niggas just telling me all this shit about the spirit? He was the one that was in charge of issuing out the guns, making sure the guns was right, making sure he said he knew every weapon there. He know how to deal with them.
It's niggas like that who know how to make the gun fire backwards, man. To the point where you look through the scope, you think about to shoot a nigga, but the whole time that shit fire backwards and shoot your ass. It's niggas that's that skilled, man. And they in high position. And the Lord got these niggas. The Lord got these niggas linked up with Trump and Esau and the elites to actually do shit that they plan on accomplishing on the world. Go ahead.
This is all stemming from what the brother read in Genesis, the 4th chapter, which he was reading the lineage of Cain, the descendants of the wicked, if you will. So that just shows you that the spirit of the wicked from back then is back today, because it's the same spirits, the same people.
He's a crafty craftsman, man. It's Edomites that's making guns out of nothing. Like they're plastic. You can make guns out of plastic, and it can do what you need it to do.
Salakia. And it's a lot of people, I'm talking about a lot of outside people are starting to tune in to these different YouTubers, like these different national survivalists that go out in the woods, they record themselves, they make their little fortress or whatever, they make their little traps for whoever the fuck come and try to fuck with their shit for whatever animals, they make whatever, and they be good, man, eating it. Yeah, this is how you do it. First you gotta do this and put that there, make sure it's trapped, because the bear might get your fire so you can cook the. And they Edomites, man, they high level with this shit, man.
Bro, it's a nigga, bro. And the last point, I'm done. It's a nigga, bro. Y'all got hot, y'all hot. There's a nigga, bro. I've seen it. He ain't like doing us like spectacular. It is spectacular what I'm about to say, but he's promoting steel toe shoes. I don't know if y'all saw the Edomite. I don't know if you saw that, because the Edomite that's promoting steel toe boots and different shit like that. And he's showing like how strong it is with the different guns he shoots. Bro, that nigga, he's hitting his target the same. Bro, he's shooting fucking different times, and the bullet is going through the same hole. That's the point. Every time. I'm talking about with a shotgun, like whatever that nigga using, that bitch is going through the same area, bro. I'm talking about like he ain't like he like this.
Showing you how efficient they are for the time.
Come on, man. That's the point, man.
It's so cold because he was going back building up that Mario effect. But like you got like it's a nigga. I was in Costco. They even selling equipment. They're even selling equipment showing you like how long you can store food, how long it preserves the food. They're selling end of time equipment because of the times that we heading into. They're starting to sell the things that you're going to need to so-called need to survive the times that we're heading into.
Make it last long, people longer, but shelf life. You know, you might say they're looking into these top companies. They get together these insides that we're going into. They got to build capitalism mindset. And then it gets up to the war. So that and then say young and not old, forsaken or begging bread, it's going to be the Lord that's going to control who's going to speak so about my service of people. Really going to be giving out the rations.
That's right. That's right.
In Luke chapter 16, verse 8, it says, and the Lord commended the unjust steward because he had done wisely.
So I said, all right, steward is going to watch of the house. All right, and he had done wisely. All right, to talk about how they are wiser. Upon this time, our Lord against you, listen, just enough, right, to be able to rule in today's society. Especially over things, right?
And not only that, but he has given him the wisdom, even these lower level Edomites, he has given them the wisdom on how to prepare themselves in desperate times, if you will. Because when you going into it, when you look up videos on how to do this, how to start a fire, you know, how to set up camp and set up a tent and things like that. Yep, witchcraft. When you look up videos on how to do these things, who gonna be the fucking the instructor on the video? A self-proclaimed white man, the fucking Edomite. So that goes. That's he's a hunter. Going back to them being the unjust steward that's going wild.
I gotta add to you too, cause God, remember Esau is the nation of people. Even they women out here doing this shit, man. Hey, women is out here doing this shit. So they taking their children out here. Their children out here doing this shit, man. While you bird brain niggas worried about pampools and shit. Go ahead.
Because it says, for the children of this world, let's talk about the Edomites, are in their generation, which is talk about their kingdom, is wiser than the children of light. Who are the children of light? The Israelites.
God wiser than they. They're wiser than the children of life. Because we are just now coming back to the mindset that what we are supposed to be kings and priests. Right. All right. But in the midst of it, all right, Esau had, that one up on us. But now, the Lord gave us the spirit, or would give us the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. So now we see past what Esau could see. That's right. But even with this technology. That's right.
That's why you niggas, okay, Lord, we part of elect. That's why every Jake that don't want to come back to serving the Lord and believe in the Lord, they gonna be asked out. Because these Edomites, like you said, they 10 steps ahead of Jake shit. Jake can't even see these fucking Edomites how far ahead they is. So when shit hit the fan, these Jake gonna be fucking completely lost, perplexed, without resources.
Right, that's why it's gonna be so much unaliveness, bro. Like it's taking them unawares. Like, bro, it's gonna be so bad out here, bro. Like, because everything is so good right now in a sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, second edges, even though victuals should be so good, cheap, evil should still multiply on the earth. It's gonna still increase. These evils mean bad times. Evil mean times still mean bad, man. These bad times are still gonna increase, bro. We talk about Edomites we talk about Edomites. We talk about Edomites, bro, who got the spirit of death on them, man. They were created for the vessel of death, man. And that's what they was created to do. And the Lord got these spirits that's created for that at a high level right now, man. Yeah. And you niggas that's created to be the light and so forth, y'all ain't ready for that concept to be at its peak on the earth. The world ain't never seen what's about to happen. Nope. They ain't never seen Edomite at his best. That's what you about to get ready to see, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to affect the ones who are not in line with the good graces of YAHWASHI.
Well, some of these niggas have seen that shit. Maybe not Esau at his best, but some of these niggas have seen the horns of Esau, man. But once again, like we always make mention, 60s and the 50s and even the early 70s was not that fucking long ago, man. So a lot of these old bottles, well, that's really not that old. To add also to make mention also, they seen the different shit Esau can do. All right, they seen the different stuff that Esau is about. So imagine what the Lord about to put the spirit on Esau to do now, man.
Right, right, bro. I used to see they horns, civil rights movements, stuff like that, during the Malcolm X era and all that shit. They saw this nigga was how he didn't give a fuck. They nigga hang you and eat sandwiches next to you and shit like that. That's a demon, man. That's a devil. Right. And make sport out of you. Shit, Thanksgiving, he chopped guy head off and kicked it around like soccer. Created games out of it and shit.
Right. So that DJ is in office, they're gonna feel like they have the freedom to do so.
Right. Get back to that. Like nigga, what?
They know that's what it means to make America great.
America never was great when was America great for Jake during Esau's alignment. Like when Esau was here, America was never great for us. You know what I'm saying? Like when was it great? So he's talking about for himself, for the self-proclaimed white man, for his system, for his mind, for his people. That's what he's trying to get back to. When you niggas had no fucking dominance on anything, man. Besides what he said, Go ahead.
America was great before America was called America. When you had the northern tribes already.
Right.
So if you want to make America great again, give these people their land back, man. Right. It never happened until YAHWASHI come back. Y'all got it.
America ain't never be made, man. It's only going to be made worse. It's about to be made a monument. It's going to be a monument. What the not to do because it's a rule of a person of people. Because, what's about to happen, America be laid waste. It's all going to be, hidden. Everybody gonna see that. Everybody gonna see America slave destiny. Let's grab y'all clothes. This is Revelation 6:4. It says that there went out another horse that was red, and the horse represents power. The red is talking about represents Esau. Because first foremost is Stephen is wasted away. Going through his bag and talking.
Yeah. I'm saying Edom itself. So we translate Edom to the Hebrews out the one which means red.
Right. And his blood show forth through his skin.
Right, that's not normal, bro. That's abnormal. Go ahead.
It says the power was given to him that the Lord to take peace from the earth. Right? The scripture says, "Job 9:24, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked." And he was only given in the course of the leadership for a period of time. Just to do what he's doing right now on earth, which is to deceive, uh, uh, kill, steal, and destroy. It says the power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace of the earth. That's what we saw live from people to animals to the earth, the actual earth. We saw it upsets everything. He turns everything upside down. That's an unpeaceful state. The Lord created everything in the beginning. He said it was all good. That's peace. Right? It says, and they that should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That great sword is ultimately what his device, his mindset to be able to create a weapon like a missile or an AK-47. But he set this throughout the earth, for what the purpose of destruction.
Say that they should kill one another. That's that spirit of division. Because every world war that took place, it was fucking Edomites against Edomites. So that spirit of division has been on the planet Earth heavy ever since Edom has been in power.
Right. And the ultimate division is with Amalek, rather these regular other Edomites, because Amalek took and kept the blessing for himself. Ultimately, that's why it's talking about the least of the flood, which going to draw them out. That's why everybody's going to turn on the Amalek, like they doing big. They're doing them like that right now, man. Right.
Isaiah 13. It's Isaiah 13 and verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
How did the Lord overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? With fire, man. Right? You can still see it to this day. They got scientists that they pick up the little asphalt or whatever, brimstone, sulfur, and they light it and it catch right on fire, man. Proving that this book is true, man.
And the Lord did that to Sodom for what? Because of their wickedness. Babylon the Great, okay, the Chaldees excellency was the Chaldees. That was the ancient priesthood and witches and warlocks of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, which the same thing is being practiced here in America. So that's why the Lord is about to bring the fire, because all the witchcraft, all the lies, all the rape, rob, and murder, okay, and all the wickedness, the Lord is about to bring the destruction. It's gonna never be inhabited ever again. You'll never see a fucking
Ravens will not penetrate. Nobody's gonna be able to penetrate. Ain't nobody gonna set up shop. Nothing. America's about to be laid waste on the inhabited for what? Those are like creatures like owls, ravens, and shit like that, man.
Yeah, yeah, because they just had the protest in South Korea, South Korea, where they had the protest. They had American flags and shit. Ain't there gonna be no more American flag after this, man. Close out.
They kind of Lord, this was an edifying camp. Closing like the Lord, praise, honor, glory to God. BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. So again, double honor to other apostles and other bishops, the great millstone teachers. Dr. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom. Shalom.
Mashallah.
I'm bored.
The roof.